Welcome to Republican Men's Club Open Forum for candidates for chairman of the Republican Central Committee of Washoe County. Tonight we have Tom Stamos leading off to introduce. Go ahead, Tom.
I'm here to introduce Gary Schmidt, who's running for vice chair of the Washoe County Republican Party. Gary has been a 40-year resident of Nevada. He started out his career in Sunnyvale, California, working for Lockheed while attending San Jose State University, earning his degree in economics. After coming to Nevada, Gary has operated numerous businesses ranging from the hospitality business to ranching, and currently he resides at the Reindeer Lodge on Mount Rose Highway. He began his political career in the Reagan era, and Gary is intent on shedding some light into the dark corners of the Washoe County Republican Party. And you know what light does? When light shines in the corners, the rodents and the roaches scatter. Right? Right. Well, Gary is going to take his experience and talents and apply them to solving some of the woes of the Washoe County Republican Central Committee and our successes in Northern Nevada. So we elected one Republican to statewide office. Wow, one! We still got a $1 billion tax budget, didn't we? We need more than one. We need one Gary Schmidt. And he's running for the vice chair of the Washoe County Republican Party. So your support and vote for Gary Schmidt is needed. Thank you very much. And here is Gary.
Good evening, everybody. I want you to pay attention and applaud because Bill Conrad's trying to get 2 credits for at the Truckee Meadows Community College for he's learning how to run this equipment. You know, as Tom said, I've been here since over 40 years. My wife Sharon and I love Nevada and enjoy traveling in the great outdoors. We reside at the Reindeer Lodge, which I've owned since 1972, with our dogs, and we're preparing to rebuild a home on Andrew Lane, where I have 40 acres of property that I had a home on that burned down in the Andrew Lane fire in 2004. God has blessed both of our lives and brought us together late in life. And I currently have the financial capacity, the Central Committee is not happy with that sort of representation down in Carson City. There's several things that I would propose to open up the process and make it more transparent and to return us to our basic Republican principles. I would propose to the general body of the Central Committee we consider meetings twice a quarter instead of only quarterly. That would be every 6 weeks. That the bylaws be changed so that any Central Committee member attending the executive committee meetings be allowed to speak on the agenda items. Not vote, but at least speak and be heard. I would propose that the bylaws be changed that any committee chairman from any standing committee in any chairmanship from any standing committee that remains vacant for 60 days, like our current chair has left about 8 of them vacant for over a year. If they remain vacant for more than 60 days, I propose they come to the next Central Committee meeting to the floor for nominations and elections. I propose that we establish that we establish an email list that includes all Republicans in Washoe County, not just the Central Committee members. That a list of the Central Committee members, your fellow Central Committee members, be posted in the office and available for all the other Central Committee members. That the recordings of all meetings of the Executive Board be made available for Central Committee members to review in the office. And that we keep the office open for longer hours and longer days, more days, by using volunteers instead of relying solely on the secretary to man the office. And I propose that when we have events like the Lincoln Day dinner, we promote them to all 86,000 Republicans in Washoe County, not just the 300 some odd Central Committee members. I believe that is not an officer's job of the Central Committee to make decisions for you, the Central Committee members. It is the officer's job to facilitate your exercising your rights and your authorities, to allow the Central Committee membership to participate and direct the activities and determine the positions of the Washoe County Party. I will single-handedly assure that this organization be transparent and not remain the ridicule of other Central Committee organizations. I will not allow the members of the Central Committee to be silenced or ignored. And for those of you that think I can't or won't accomplish these items, with your help, I say to you, you just don't know Schmidt. Thank you.
What we're going to do now is we're going to have the three candidates for, we got three of the four candidates, I guess, for chairman. Come on over, candidates. You can't, got to hide. Oh, Adam is going to go first, the five. This is just something I want to do because I think it's really important that people be able to see and listen to politics locally. Anytime we don't record something, you can't watch it, you can't listen. I mean, I would love to have keys. Personally, Central Committee, we could have had keys recorded so people could watch it who maybe couldn't afford to go and extend it out to more Republicans. That's one of my disappointing things I see in this last cycle. That's the only thing I see, really, because I might look closely. But I think the leadership in the Republican Central Committee is extremely important for a vibrant Republican Party in Washoe, and it can truly make a difference in this next election in 2016 because this is a swing state and it's going to be close. So without further ado, let's have the candidates are here. Adam Kahn is the first candidate. 2 minutes, Adam, and we'll do a couple questions and that'll be it. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. Oh, you can hear me quite well. How are you guys doing? My name is Adam Kahn, and I'm running for the GOP chairman. I just want to give you a quick background. I've met most of you, but I was born and raised in Nevada. My dad came here from Pakistan. My mom was born here in Reno, worked at KFC on Audi Boulevard. That's where my parents met. My dad was a poker dealer at the Harrah's, as well as he drove some cabs here in Reno and also worked at a gas station. So a lot of people I know ask me, Autumn, why are you running for chair? Are you crazy? And, you know, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to run for chair. And people, I was thinking about it for a lot of weeks up in February and early March, and I was laying on my bed at night and I was thinking, you know, what if in 2016, which is a huge year, what if the Democrats take the assembly here in Nevada? What if the Democrats take the Senate? What if Kathleen Cortez Mastos, what if she wins the Senate seat? And I was thinking, what if even worse, what if Hillary Clinton becomes our next president? And I was thinking, I can't just lay by the side and I can't let this party go down. So I'm running for chairman because I believe I'm the only candidate that can lead this party to victory in 2016. I have a vision for the future of this party. Now, a lot of times people look at the Democrats and say, wow, they're doing everything so well. They're so good at politics. They're getting young people. They're getting all ages, all types of voters. And that's something I want to bring to Washoe County. We need to bring in all types of Republicans. And I think I can do that. Right now we have about a little more than 85,000 Republican voters. And there's no reason why we should be complacent with that. There's a lot of nonpartisans that we can convert. Another thing is we have thousands of millennials in Northern Nevada that aren't even registered to vote. We need to have a party that's rooted in its policy of individualism and personal responsibility, and we need to go market that to the local community. I think I can do that. It looks like I'm out of time. I'm not going to go over 2 minutes, but I ask for your vote tomorrow. If you know anyone who's on the Central Committee, I ask if you come to the party, if you come to the meeting tomorrow, I ask for your vote, because together, if we work on this for the next 2 years, we can show people that the Republican Party is not the party of the past, but it's the party of the future. Thank you very much.
Next we have Larry Green. Go ahead. No problem. Go ahead. Jump up there. We got to get used to people understanding cameras to get up front.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out in the rain. Not that much rain. It's not going to solve the drought, I guess. Around my house, I don't wear my good boots because I might get horse or cow stuff on them. But I took a chance tonight to wear them in hopes that I don't get political stuff on them. Anyway, I have another story, a confession to make, and it's about vegetables, carrots in particular. I ride these 30 and 50-mile rides on horseback. And, you know, it's a crazy thing. We get up at 4 in the morning, take care of the horse, get them saddled up and make sure they're sound. And then we get our stuff together, and we usually leave about 6 or before the sun comes up. And I always make sure that I have carrots for the horse in my saddle pack. Well, oftentimes I'll get out, 20, 30 miles, and I've forgotten to put any food in the saddle pack for myself. So the horses don't know what I'm doing, and I appreciate you don't let on to Sonny or Tango or Vinny that sometimes I steal some of their carrots. And so in doing that, I don't really prefer carrots when I get them at home or out, but they sure taste good way out there in the middle of the desert. Anyway, my name's Larry Green. I'm here to volunteer. It's volunteer to be your chairman for the Washoe County Republican Central Committee. I was born and raised in Reno schools, graduated from UNR, and I worked my way through college running heavy equipment. And every week that I went to college, I at least worked 40 hours, weekends, that type of thing. And I actually worked down where the GSR is, and oftentimes a night shift, there'd be 3 people there. And you'd think, well, how were there 3 people there? Well, the MGM had not been built yet. It was just a section of vacant land with a gravel pit in the middle of it. But anyway, I was lucky enough when I did graduate college, the last time I stepped off a piece of heavy equipment was almost the day that I graduated, and I was able to start my own business. I have not worked for anybody else but myself for about 40 years. It would be 45 years if you count the fact that I bought my first investment house when I was 19. And I've basically made my own way. So in looking at the problems that exist in the Washoe County Republican Central Committee, I believe I have the tools with my business background to turn us around. I'm not going to give you details of that tonight, because I find when I let my secrets out, it's like telegraphing them down to the next person. And tomorrow night, you'd probably hear someone else telling you what I would be telling you tonight. So what I can say is the election is tomorrow night. If you're going to vote for me, I think the voting is going to take place about 6:30. If you're going to vote for one of the other candidates, they're going to make it nice for you when you show up at 10 o'clock. It's fine. So please help me help you. Vote for Larry Green for chairman. Thank you.
And last but not least, Sherry Powell. One of the keys is you're never ever supposed to leave in front of a camera alone. So the next person should be stepping up. Just instruction for candidates. So are you on? Go ahead, Sherry.
Hello.
Wonderful. And we'll do 1 quick or 2 quick questions. That'll be it. We have about 5 to 7 more minutes. 2 minutes, Sherry.
Okay, so how many of you guys saw the soldier for the RJC last night. His name is Benjamin Anthony. The most fabulous speaker I have ever seen in my life. And that's saying a lot because I've listened to all of them. He introduced himself as a presenter, and he said he owes his audience two things, okay? Preparedness and candor. I'm a paralegal CLA. That's how I always open my little speeches. And I say, if you were my client and you came to me for whatever, I would tell you the truth. Because if I didn't, I would be failing you in your case. All of these guys are great guys. Don't even go there. Wonderful. I've worked with Larry Green. I know Gary Schmidt. I know Adam. And I know a good portion of everybody in here. But the facts are these. As far as fundraising, myself and Ray Rocha are number one. So bringing money into the party, I've already done. We started out with 96 candidates. I worked with every single one of them. We got down to 35. I worked with every single one of them. A lot of people say, oh, I never saw her. I never saw her. I did research for Adam Laxalt, which puts me in the law library with my hoodie, looking up stuff for him. So you'll never see me. I didn't walk for Jill Dickman, but I did give a speech for her at the Northern Nevada Latino Alliance. The thing about it is I think we've already branded ourselves. We need to continue the momentum because our candidates did a wonderful job. As for people who contribute monetarily, I do know who the top three are, and I do know that they are not made feel welcome, and that's a fact. We have lost significant donors, which is tragic for us. Any idea that anybody has for media or whatever, it's going to cost us money. At our 4-hour executive board meeting the other night, we were told that we raised $125,000. And what I encourage you to do is educate yourself. Secretary of State, real easy. Big fat donut hole since Tom Tabor left. Those are the facts. Okay? Patty Miller, awesome, awesome fundraiser. Can't beat that gal. She is awesome. Out there all the time.
Sherry, we have to finish up here. Second.
And I talk a lot, so my name is Sherry Powell.
And I got a quick question, Sherry. Go ahead.
Okay, and I'm not going to do things. I've already done them.
Okay, one quick question for all the candidates, and then if there's anybody else that wants one, we'll do 2 questions. I'm going to let Adam go first so you all have a chance to digest it. What's the one thing, the most important thing that you would do to improve the quality and the effectiveness of the Republican Central Committee in Washoe County?
That's a very good question. The biggest thing that we can do is just unite the party. Right now, if anyone who's been to a meeting knows that we have a lot of infighting. I think the best way to unite the party is find a common enemy. That common enemy is not your Republican brother who thinks just a little bit different. It's the Democrats. We need to realize the Democrats are the enemy, and that's the best thing we can do to unite the party. Another thing we can do is reach out to all types of voters. We need people in the party that don't just go to Republican events, which are great to go to Republican events like this, but we need Republicans out there volunteering, serving dinner on Thanksgiving at the Salvation Army. We need people at bowling events. We need people out there at non-political events showing people the Republican Party is here. We're a party of principles. We're a party of individualism. And here's an alternative, because right now all these people, they don't know where to go. We don't offer a clear alternative. I just met a couple new Republicans I met today, and they were telling me the same thing. That's 30 seconds. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yay! Come on, you guys, clap.
Okay, Sherry, same question.
I have a little different idea because I know for a fact my friend Andres, who is sitting over there in the back, who is the editor of La Voz, was a former Democrat, and so was Maria. I'm bringing them in. I'm bringing in everybody. And you know what? There's only a select few little rats on the ship. We just have to get rid of them. Hey. And they divide the party.
Very good. And now, last, Chairman You have the same question. What's the most important thing that you think needs to be done for the Washoe Central Committee?
Okay, the most important thing starting out is we must close this private club that we have going, and it's been going for quite some time, because I think there's probably 400 and some people that are advised of what's going on with the party at any time. And I'll give you the exact numbers. There's 85,490 registered Republicans in Washoe County. There's 42,133 nonpartisans. There's 16,416 others, which I don't do that math in my head necessarily, but I believe if it's 144,000 good potentials, and of course there's 80,000 or 80,000 approximately the Democrats. But anyway, we open it up, we get with the media and so on of today, the electronic media, we can get the names, contact information of most of those people, and when we send out announcements on a weekly or however we're doing it, there's no secrets. We don't have any secrets.
Okay,
we will
that's
be
30.
sending to 144,000 people to see if they like our message.
Okay, everyone's going about 45 seconds. We're not enough time for any more questions. It's one more 45 seconds. Just one thought. The most important thing is, before he goes, elect Republicans, period.
Again, for the record, Gary Schmidt. I think the most important thing we can do and I can do is make Central Committee members and all Republicans in the county feel relevant and feel like they are listened to. And how you make them feel relevant and feel like they're listening to is to actually make them relevant and actually make them listen to. We need to open up the process, be transparent, have more meetings. In Carson City, they have 15% of our population. Their Central Committee meets monthly. And if you take the participation at those monthly meetings as a percentage of the total base of Republicans in that county, they have 4 times the attendance we have, and they have it monthly. And the reason we don't have the attendance is partly because it's quarterly meetings. People forget from one quarter to the next what the heck's going on. They don't feel relevant, and they're not relevant. We need to change that and make everybody relevant, give everybody the opportunity to speak and be heard and participate. Currently, our chairman has got 8 committee chairs vacant and 8 committees vacant.
Okay,
that's got to stop.
Time.
Thank you.
So thank you, Gary. That's a conclusion of our quick ad hoc. And Ray's going to say a couple comments, and you'll lay out the rest of the night.
They'll start serving here at 6:30. And during the time they're serving, there's going to be a short video about last year's golf tournament. And on June 12th, there is a new tournament, which I'm sure Patty Miller will tell you about, and there's information on the back. We need more sponsors. And, you know, go ahead and eat and everything, and then we'll proceed from there after you've eaten and seen the video. But she has information on the back. And have each of you gotten an agenda? Because there's agendas. Some of you came in later. If you need agendas, let us know, or it's also online. By the way, while I have your attention for a minute, we now have the Men's Club, Facebook, Twitter, and just so you know, at 7:05, we do go live streaming. And we had, besides the people here, we had over 700 people that are going to see the meeting, so behave yourself. And the other thing is we're also on radio besides 780. We're on Stitcher Radio and iTunes as far as broadcasting. So we're reaching out to a lot of people, and people have said the legislator is watching us, which is scary. That's why they won't talk to me anymore. Anyway, enjoy your dinners. And you'll have the video. And Patty, while you're waiting, do you want to say something before you start the video?
I think